It's WCCS 101.1 FM, AM 1160, and WCCSradio.com. That guy over there is Alton Strong. If he's here and he's wearing that shirt, I hope that's a fresh one from the one you had on yesterday. Then we're talking Indiana County Fair. Our conversation is brought to you by Marcus & Mack, voted best personal injury law firm in the Best of Indiana County contest. Marcus & Mack, a law firm representing injured people. Elton, I had a person email me yesterday and say she wanted to have her lunch outdoors, and so she went outside, and then she got chased inside by the rain. I said, well, it is Indiana County Fair week after all. But you dealt with the rain yesterday. You might have to deal with a little bit of it today, but you've got some pretty nice weather coming up and a pretty good fair going on there.
Oh, we've got a good start. You're right. She was right. There was a little rain, but, we dried it up, and that didn't stop. And my shirt must be fresh because you didn't say you smelled the food on it.
I don't see the stains either. Well, that's good that you have a nice fresh shirt on today because, well, there's so many people doing so much hard work to make this fair happen that there's a little bit of sweat going there every time you have a fair, isn't there?
Well, there is, and then you get that little bit of rain, and then you get that humidity back up. But, hey, everybody pitches in, and away we go.
It's the Indiana County Fair, after all, and it's going on right now. This is a big night tonight, isn't it? It's one of the bigger nights.
This is tonight's band night, and all grandparents and parents are coming out with grin from ear to ear. That's my kid.
Absolutely. You have those band festivals through the course of a year. Well, this is a big band festival tonight in front of the grandstand.
It really is. It really is, and we might have to swap out a little bit. It all depends over in the other studio what Josh does with the weather. But, if we can keep it decently, we may have to just operate on the stage instead of being out on the track. But, hey, the band enjoys it. The public enjoys it. It's band night.
You'll make it happen. Now, among the bands performing, I assume the IUP band will be there, yes or no?
The plan is they will be there.
Oh, yeah.
They'll be here tonight. We'll proceed at 6:30 with the Kiss a Pig contest, and then we'll move right into the band. And IUP, I believe, now I can't, don't quote me on this one, I believe they'll be the last band on stage. And then, of course, we'll have the mass band where I believe we have 9 bands plus the IUP, will all play at the same time.
No, that's nice. That's nice. So, the IUP marching band on Thursday night, they'll be involved in the football game. This is a chance for people to actually see the marching band before this is their debut for the season.
That's right. We're going to send them off.
There you go. There you go. It's such a great night at the fair. The energy level is just incredible with all of the kids that are there. After the band performances are done, they stay around and they just have a wonderful time.
They do. And, some of them got to take off right away, but as soon as they're done, they're out there. You see band uniforms all over the area.
Yeah. After the band performance is done, eventually you got to get back on the bus and head on back to the school. But it is a wonderful chance for folks to come out, moms and dads, and as you said, grandparents and uncles and aunts. They'll all come to see their kids performing. And it's a wonderful sound. It's just a tremendous atmosphere at the fair. But that's not all that's happening, not just the grandstand at the Indiana County Fairgrounds today.
Our Circus Incredible moved in yesterday. They're setting up, and it's one of the Walendas, the 7th generation, and she'll be doing High Wire Act. That's supposed to start at 4 o'clock, I believe, this afternoon.
Oh, yeah.
So that's a new event for us this year. As I left on there, they had started the swine show, and the youth and the pigs are grinning from ear to ear because they want to be able to have that big money come Friday night for the sale.
This is their moment.
This is their day. And then the dairy show's going on, too. It started at 9 this morning. So things are happening.
Yeah, they really are. The morning activities at the fairgrounds, maybe people don't realize, but it's a really hopping place, especially up in the exhibit barns, because that's where the kids, their hard work that they've been putting into these animals all these months, it really comes to fruition.
This is when it happens. This is where they see the product of their, like you said, the whole summer's work.
Yeah. So that's a wonderful part of the Indiana County Fair. After all, it is an agricultural fair, and and that's where the foundation of it is. And so that'll be happening through the course of the morning. You've also got draft horses as well.
Yeah, they were just about finishing when I left because we only had 2 draft horses, but they were doing the minis also when I left down there to come up.
You mentioned the circus show, the high wire show that's coming in. Moving them onto the fairgrounds in the middle of a fair is not the easiest activity in the world, is it?
It is not, and particularly when the ground is soft, we moved them in very slowly. We had to take some fencing down, bring them down part of the sidewalk from above and down, and then put spatial pads down and move them 8 feet at a time to go about 75 feet up onto the area that they needed to be so that we didn't have great big ruts to work with.
Yeah.
It was a process.
Yeah.
But we have a crew. We do.
Well, there you go. That's a nice saying, too. Not only do you have a crew for special things such as that, when special efforts are required, but for the event on the track last night, when there's a little bit of rain, you have to make a difficult call from time to time, and you made a couple of them last night. They worked out for you.
We were down to the 15-minute mark and said, are we going or are we not going? And we have a terrific track crew. Kudos to them. They were terrific, and they worked that track, and they got it going. We were running 2 sleds at one time, not simultaneous, but minis on one side, the diesel and gas trucks on the other half of the track. One would go, clean the track, the other one would go, and they did a wonderful job. That crew got that water off of that mud and got her just exactly what you need.
Wow. So that was happening last night. Band night is happening tonight. Starting tomorrow, you're not even going to think about the weather because you're going to have sunshine the rest of the week during the daytime and nice clear nights as well, and you'll enjoy yourself. You've got a bunch of big nights coming up, don't you?
We do. Tomorrow night will be big. Our second try at the ATV races. We tried for 5 years, I think, to get this in, and we got COVID, we got rain, and we got it in last year, and it was well attended, and so it will be happening tomorrow night.
That's good stuff. Those drag the guys on the
ATVs, motorcycles, or bikes.
Yeah.
And last year, you should have seen there was a 6-year-old on a bike, and they have them, carbureted down and such. He's just going all he's worth going down that track, and people in the stands just loved it. Yeah. So that's going to be happening tomorrow night. Thursday is Big Cheerleading Expo night. That's correct. And again, if we will have, it's anticipated we will have the IUP cheerleaders. They're going to come over there at the very beginning and hop back over to the football field for the game.
Yeah, because the IUP football game will be going on simultaneously with the fair on Thursday night, which should remind folks as well, get there early and get your parking spot because there might be some extra competition happening on Thursday night.
I was going to mention that. You do want to be early to get that available parking.
Yeah, absolutely. And then Friday you've got more pooling action going on.
Correct. We got, and I always have to use my cheat sheet.
Yeah.
The pro stock tractors and smokers. People like that smoking noise.
Yeah.
And that's a big attender there. And going back to Thursday night, we have our cheese auction that night, too.
Oh, yeah.
And to raise scholarship money for some of our youth.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Friday night is also with the smoke and noise, we have the livestock auction that all these youth or be selling their animals.
Yeah, moms and dads will be seeing their kids' college accounts get a little bit padded here.
Exactly,
yeah.
We hope. Yeah. and the community is very supportive.
Yeah.
And we enjoy that.
It's a big part of the Indiana County Fair. And then Saturday's Demolition Derby in the daytime, and then you've got more pulling happening at night, huh?
Yeah, the big trucks.
Big trucks.
Triaxles.
All of it at the Indiana County Fair. And, of course, if you're going to do that, you need fuel in the trucks. You need fuel in your body, so lots of good things to eat, too.
Oh, amen. Amen.
All right, so what was on the Alton Strong menu for yesterday? What'd you have?
Well, you see, I don't like to just jump in there and hurt one party and the other party. I sample.
Oh,
so
you
I'm not going to.
yeah?
I get some here and there. I don't make one stop.
Attaboy. Attaboy. I thought maybe you would say, okay, today it's going to be this, tomorrow it's going to be this, and tomorrow. No, you're a sampler, huh?
I'm a sampler. I want to, when you got them all, you want to support them all. You want to make sure you got a good crowd.
That's a good policy. Good policy. Alton, thanks so much for the visit this morning. The Indiana County Fair is going strong.
We appreciate being here.
It is the voice of Indiana County. It's WCCS 101.1 FM, AM 1160, and WCCSradio.com. 23 minutes after 9 o'clock, 7 minutes until the markets open and here in the U.S. So let's get this morning's Money Matters report.